just make sure it says like when we start recording that it's live through Zoom, but oh yes, now we definitely are. Amazing.
Hello. Woohoo.
Hello, beautiful people in the Ayurveda and Women's Health Sisterhood Facebook community, and anyone else who is watching this from wherever you are or listening to this. I am really excited today to share one of our amazing student success stories, and that is with the beautiful Jacqui Colli, who is now a women's wellness and nutrition coach. And she has transitioned from her corporate job as a financial advisor into living her purpose and her dharma and just providing such a beautiful service for her clients. And they are getting fantastic results. And it's just really inspiring to see this transformation that Jacqui is not only creating for her clients, but she's created for herself by really stepping into her truth as a women's wellness and nutrition coach. So hello, Jacqui. Welcome.
Hello, beautiful. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you here because I love what you do. You know, I'm like one of your biggest cheerleaders, and yeah, I just see the brilliance that you're bringing into the world. So Jacqui, first of all, I know I've introduced you as a women's wellness and nutrition coach, but could you explain what you do, who you serve, and what problem you solve?
All right. So yes, women's health and wellness coach, nutrition coaching as well. So I work with women that are exhausted and stressed out, mainly mothers who are doing it all. So the career, the kids, the family, the relationships, and also working on their passions as well. In my own personal journey, I really struggled with energy.
Sorry, I forgot to hit the record for the actual Zoom. It's just going live though.
Okay.
Can we just take that back? So Jacqui, What do you do? Who do you serve, and what problems do you solve?
Sure thing. So I'm a women's wellness and nutrition coach, and I help exhausted and stressed out mothers who are doing it all. So the career, the kids, the family, the relationships, and also working on their passions as well. And these women are just exhausted, and I help them reclaim their health so that they do have that abundant energy, so that they do have that energy to, you know, run around with the kids and all their friends too. And I help them to cultivate that confidence, that kick-ass confidence, where they can, you know, put on that bikini and run around on the beach with their kids and have fun and light up with joy again. And it's all, for me, it's more about helping women create a lifestyle that is energizing, that they love, that is fun, that they don't need to escape from.
Amazing. And I love how you bring the fun and energy into what you do, and you also make the nutrition really simple and easy and healthy and fun, which is so important, because sometimes for mothers, like when they're burnt out, when they're stressed, when they're feeling really depleted, they don't want to have to create complex meals, especially with like your background with the Ayurveda coaching. Like you use a lot of the Ayurvedic principles in your nutrition coaching. So when people first hear about Ayurveda nutrition coaching, they might be like, oh, like that sounds complicated. I'm gonna have to get all these herbs and spices and all the things, but you make it super simple and lots of fun. So I love how you do infuse that into your business. So I guess one of the big questions is, how did you make the move from your corporate job to running your own business?
Okay, so that's a bit of a story, but I think these sort of decisions aren't, these sort of happen over a period of time. I know after going back to my corporate career after having my second baby, I already had that feeling within, and I've always been someone that loved health, loved wellness. I always lived a really relatively healthy lifestyle. So it was always within me just to share health and wellness. And I was always, I was also a yoga instructor, and I still am as well. I still teach yoga as well. So health, wellness, movement has always been, nutrition, eating delicious, healthy foods has always been a part of my life. You know, having a corporate career, studying finance and working in that industry for 18 years, I think coming back after my second baby, there was something within me like, this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. I know there's something more that's within me that I would like to share, but I just wasn't quite sure what that was or what that looked like. I was teaching yoga. That was my passion project on the side. But then I was also having my own struggles. You know, I was having my own health struggles. I was exhausted all the time. You know, I was constantly run down. I was stressed. I was anxious. Like, my relationships weren't as healthy as I wanted them to be. I wasn't as present with the kids. I wasn't having as much fun. I lost my, you know, I lost my bedroom mojo. So relationships there, you know, were just more disconnected. So that's, I guess, when I went on my journey to discover Ayurveda, studying Ayurveda, and also implementing that into my lifestyle. And that's where I got those big shifts to say, look, it's time to step up. It's time to share your gifts. And don't, you know, don't limit yourself. Like, you have gifts and passions to share, and, you know, going on your own journey of health and healing using Ayurveda. Ayurvedic nutrition has been made a huge impact on my life, and that Ayurvedic lifestyle medicine. So that's why I'm so passionate to share it with other women that are struggling, that have no energy, that are exhausted, that, you know, are trying to do it all and just struggling, and, you know, that want to reconnect to their truth, to their essence, to their energy, to that passion, to that joy, to that light, that radiance that is within us, but it's just been so suppressed and for so long, especially going through that motherhood journey. You know, your focus is on your family, and raising your family and taking care of everyone else and showing up as your best for work and all this, and then, you know, there's nothing left for yourself. So yeah, so that actual transition for myself actually took a period of 2 years, where I went back to my corporate career, but I was working through in that time on myself, on my health, and building up that courage, that energy as well. Energy is so, you know, important to have that prana, that life force to go out there and, you know, conquer your fears and build up the courage to take those courageous steps as well. So yeah, it was 2 years in that transition. And obviously I needed to have a plan as well. Being a financial planner, I was like, okay, I need to have some sort of financial plan for me to step out. It was never about, you know, trying to make the same amount of money in my corporate career. It was just having something where I could have a little safety net that I built up over those couple of years of going back to my corporate career, and then stepping into my business, working full-time in my business. I did have to create some other income on the side. That's where I'm still teaching yoga as well as I continue to build my business. So yeah, that's sort of the journey, but definitely studying Ayurveda, but mostly embodying it as a lifestyle, as a way of living, and regaining my energy has been the biggest shift and transformation for me. And that's why I just want to share that with every woman. I want every woman to have that energy that you have, that you know, have more energy than you know what to do with. So you can just be there for your kids, have fun with your kids. I know motherhood can be so exhausting, and you know, it can get when we're not well within ourselves, when we don't have that prana, that life force within us, those things that light us up and bring us joy, it naturally just flows on to the children. So we're approaching those relationships, those connections with frustration, or just not being able to show up as our best. So yeah, that's a little bit about my journey.
Yeah. And I think it always starts with us. Like, when we have such a strong passion to help others heal, or whatever we, you know, want to do in our business and connecting to our deeper purpose, it usually always starts with us and our transformation first. When we know that we can transform ourselves and we have made such a great difference and a deeper impact in our own life, then we can really share that knowledge and spread that wisdom to others. So Jacqui, what would you say, just briefly, would have been the biggest challenge for you transitioning into running your own business?
Biggest challenge? So many challenges, and still daily I face my challenges in my business. Probably the biggest challenge has been really owning my gifts and my magic. So do struggle, you go through those moments of self-doubt, self-criticism, the not enoughness, the not smart enough, not good enough. So all those internal battles. So really working on strengthening my inner self and really connecting to that self that doesn't have any limits, that is here to serve and to elevate and to help other women be in service and make an impact. Yeah, that's been probably my biggest challenge, the self-doubt. And but that's something that I think we all work on continuously.
Absolutely.
Business, life, family, relationships, personally, I don't think it sort of ever goes, but just making that, believing in myself that I can do this and that I can be in service and make an income and a life out of this, and be able to serve and make impact as well. So
and you certainly are doing all of those things, but I totally feel you. And I always say, as you know, to my students, like, entrepreneurship will show up all your shit. Like, it will make you look at everything that scares you, and all of your fears come up, and you have to face them. And when you do, one by one, you feel so much more confident and stronger within yourself. But every level of your business, like where you elevate, a new thing comes up that you have to face. So I feel that entrepreneurship, especially in a space of service, the one you are in, is the biggest self-development and growth project that you go through, along with motherhood. Like, that's a huge transformation in itself as well. But motherhood and entrepreneurship, wow. And when you're doing them together, you were shown all of your stuff. So thank you so much for sharing that. Can you just share with us your biggest win, or one of your biggest wins as an entrepreneur?
Oh, biggest wins. Okay. There's been so many wins along the way. And I think that's what we forget, is to look back on that. And now I'm going through my own process at the moment. I'm really making sure to look back at how far I've come, because you're always like here, but you think you need to be there, and you forget to just, be here right now. And that's something that we, coach our clients on, is how to be present, how to appreciate, and, and then we forget that, we sort of forget to do that ourselves, and we're so hard and judgmental. So definitely, just even thinking about that, I left my corporate job and I'm following my passion. That's like something to be super proud of. I've built the foundations of my business within, like, I only left my corporate job not even a year ago. It's a year in December. So what I've been able to build in that time, like, I'm super proud of, websites, programs, I'm serving clients, I'm taking women through that transformational process. They're getting amazing results. So, you forget to look back on that, and every woman that I've helped and touched, I've, made a difference, and I'm seeing that in how they're showing up now, but also the on-flow effect that they have, that has on to their families and their life. And, just even looking at some of the clients that I've helped, I can just see that they're shining, they're radiating, they're glowing, they're a different version of themselves, like a more beautiful, more radiant version of themselves. And that's something that I'm super proud of as well. So
absolutely. And I think it's huge to step out of your safe, secure corporate job to follow your dreams and your passion and doing your thing. So I really do want to congratulate you for that, because it's such a big step, and it takes so much courage. So you have done such an amazing job, and I'm so super proud of you. Just to finish off, I would love to know what advice you would give other coaches, practitioners, and healers who want to create deeper impact and connect to their higher purpose through their business. What's sort of like the best business advice that maybe you have received that you want to pass on to them, or just advice in general that you would give to coaches, practitioners, and healers?
This is a big one. Probably the advice that I would give, like, believe in yourself, believe in your magic, and believe in your gifts and your talents. And the world needs that more than ever, especially as healers. And make a plan, make a simple plan. Don't try and figure it all out, just like one step at a time, and have some other source of income there just to feel that security and that safety, and make a plan. And that, as I said, my plan took me 2 years to transition out of my corporate job, for me to build up enough savings, for me to know that I've got another little income source coming through on the side. So have a plan. If you need help, there's amazing coaches out there, business coaches. I know Harmony helps women in business as well. And, you know, just the advice that Harmony's given over this time of me starting on this Ayurveda journey as a coach, like so many insights, and yeah, just so many, so much advice there that is really practical and simple that you can start to implement. Yeah, so just one step at a time, make a plan, and just take small, simple actions. You know, like we guide our clients, we're not asking them to do all the things. It's like, let's work on one thing, let's master that, let's embody that, let's make that that part of who we are, and then let's move on to the next. So it's small, simple steps, just consistently. And I'm still working on that, and I still struggle with that daily, but I still just try to show up in whatever capacity that I can. Yeah.
100%. That's absolutely fantastic advice. Small, simple steps, and just being really consistent with showing up and knowing that it's not just going to happen overnight. And I was exactly the same. I was teaching yoga and Pilates and nursing for a long time to, you know, feel safe and secure and have some income while I'm building my business. I'm now completely full-time and self-sufficient in my business now, but that took a long time, and it did take time to plan out the process and to trust in yourself. And I think that is one of the biggest key takeaways. So thank you so much, Jacqui, for sharing your amazing transformation story. You have been helping so many women create that deeper impact in their life, but I know it has also created a deeper impact and purpose in your own life. So any woman out there who is struggling with getting on point with their nutrition, who needs to cultivate more energy and just have, you know, that energy and thirst for life infused into their body, Jacqui does offer a wonderful program. She does one-to-one programs, and she is the perfect guide to take you through that. And if there is anyone out there who is wanting to get started in the health and wellness space, or who already are health and wellness coaches and practitioners or healers, and would love to learn more about how they can infuse Ayurveda and holistic health into their business, or if they need to get laser focused and clear on how to create a really beautiful offer where we bring in all of your unique skills, no matter what they are. Like even Jacqui, you know, she came from financial advising. Now she's got that skill to infuse into her business, and we really teach you and show you how to do all of that. So please reach out. But once again, thank you so much, Jacqui. It was so lovely to have you on, and I'm just always in awe of what you're doing, and just so proud, and you're amazing.
Thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for being an amazing coach and mentor, and I'm so grateful for you. Thank you.
Welcome. Bye.
Bye.